Hello guys, welcome back to the game project tutorial. Firstly, let's create a new JavaScript file in the JavaScript files folder. Let's call it submit game or finish game, whatever. I'll call it finish game.js. And in here, let's create a function. Let it be finish. And this function will take no arguments for now. Okay, inside the function, we need to check whether the card is matching with the level card. The corresponding cards are matching. So we will use a for loop, and the variable iterator variable will be card id, and the card id will go from 0 to the total cards that is available in the layout. So we need to have a reference to the layout. Any layout, you can take the game card layout or the level card layout. So layout, this will be equal to document dot get element by id, and I will take the normal layout, that is layout. You can check with the game structure. Yeah, the normal layout is layout. And we need to have that total child of that element, so layout dot child element count. So this will return the total number of cards that the layout has. So if we choose the 6 cards, this will have the value of 6. So we not check the length, so just the layout, or let's just name it layout cards. Okay, also the card id will go from 1, since we have named the card buttons from 1, so it will go from 1 to the last of the cards. And inside the function, we will need to create 2 more variables or references. So where that will be a layout card color, and this will be equal to document dot get element by class name, and the class name will be the general class name that we have used to create the cards. So color button of card, copy this and just paste it here. And this card is actually the card id. Okay, use a backtick operator because you are using template literals. So card id, and we want the first occurrence of the card, and also we'll create 1 more variable, call this pattern card color, and set this equal to document dot get element by class name. I think the name goes from pattern color button. Okay, let's check that level generator. Yeah, pattern color button, and use a backtick operator and paste that. And we want the card id itself. Also we want the first occurrence of this. We need to check whether the card value is same as the pattern card value, because in the when we create the cards, we have set the value to be red and initially, and when we change the color, we are actually changing the value. So it's generated card which will be random color. So we need not check the color itself, we will check the card value. So if layout card color is equal, okay, color dot value is equal to pattern color dot value, then we will just log some text to the console. Write console dot log, this will output true with the card id. And in the else part, let's output false. This condition basically checks whether the value of layout card color and pattern card color are same. If they are matching, then this will output true with the card ID, and otherwise this will output false with the card ID. So we will get to know which card is matching and which is not. So let's save the file, and in the game structure.html let's include that finished game.js file. Add script with a source to JavaScript files and finish game.js. Okay, now save the file and open the browser and reload the page. Choose the cards and card level, hit play, and let's try to match some cards. Open the inspect tab in the console. When you hit finish, you will see the set of text. So for the first card, we have had it to yellow, so this is matching, so we're getting the output as true and 1. But for the sixth card, when the game card value is green but the level card value is red, so we are getting false in the if condition. Just delete these two lines and we will add one variable. Let's call it score. Set this equal to 0 for now, and inside the if block we will increment the score plus 1, and in the else we will just decrement the score, meaning if it is not matching we will just decrement by 0.5. So finally, once the for loop is ended, we will get the score calculated, and outside the for loop we will just alert the message. So use alert box, and if you have any message you can alert them. I will just alert score. Save the file and just reload the page and check whether it's working. Close the inspect. Try to match some color. Okay, the page says 4.5. This is a score which is calculated. Okay, just get back to the code. Now instead of just adding some constant value for every card, we will give each card individual values. So let's create an object. Let's call it card points. This will be an object. So use a flower bracket to write an object, and object will have key value pairs, and key here I will be using is the game card values. Those are the color names, that is red. Give proper naming, and red will have a point of 1, and the second one will be yellow. This will have a value of 1.5. You can add your own points, and let's add green. I'll give it a value of 2.5. Blue, this will have a 3 point, and finally indigo, I'll give a point of 5. And inside the if block, let's increment the score by the value of the corresponding key that matches with the card color dot value. And inside the if block, let's increment the score by the value of the corresponding key that matches with the layout card color dot value. So if the value we get as green, we need to increment it by 2.5. So we can write card points of the color name, that is nothing but layout card color dot value. Okay, now this will access the value, either it is 1, 1.5, 2.5, 3 or 5, based on the value that is in the card. And we will just keep the decrementation to 0.5 if the cards are not of same color. Let's save the file and reload the browser and hit play and just match the card color, hit finish. Okay, you can see the score as 8, so the calculations are fine. You can add your own way of score calculator, whatever it is. I'll stick with this. Okay, now in the game structure.html file, let's make some space for the score to be displayed. Okay, let's add it under the heading, pick that color. I will use a strong tag and just write score, and let's use a span element to hold the score. Let's add an ID to the span. This is because we need to access and update the value of the score whenever the user clicks finish. So ID, let it be score text, or you need not use the ID, you can just use the span.innerHTML and change it. Okay, come to the finish game.js script. Here, instead of alerting the score to the page, okay, write document dot get element by ID, and it is score text that we want to change. We need to write in the inner text, so inner text, it will be updated as score. So just save this and open the, okay, you need to save the HTML file. Okay, just save this file, reload the page, and you can see that score is being displayed here. So whenever I click finish, we can see that it is updated. We'll add some styles to the score tag. Let's give it an ID of score. Open the CSS file. Access the score element using its ID, and let's write some color and give it some font size of 32 pixel. Save the file and reload the page. Okay, this is fine. Okay guys, this is the end of the project, and I hope you enjoyed the course. You can actually develop the game if you would like to. You can add some touch-ups, or you can add a clock counter that will keep track on time, and you can implement that to calculate the score. You can add few more levels, interesting levels. So if you want me to make any changes or add some new features to this game, you can actually give those ideas in the comment section below. Okay, thank you for watching the video.